Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Dear brothers and sisters, my name is Umar Ahmed Abu Ammar, Umar Abu Ammar bin Ahmed. Some actually only know me with the name Abu Ammar, but my full name, my real name is Umar, so Umar Abu Ammar bin Ahmed. And I wanted to make this very short video, and it will be very short, on how to prepare for writing an article, and not actually preparing for writing an article or a write-up, but mainly what to do when you want to write about a certain topic, but you really don't know where to start, or you lack motivation, or you are having a writer's block. And I believe out there are a lot of there are a lot of advice on how to get around that. But at some time I discovered for myself, and I don't know if there is an advice related to it, but I'm sure there should be. But I discovered for myself that when I want to write about a certain topic, and my mind is kind of blocked. I know the topic and I know what to write, but the thing is, where do I start, or how do I start it? There's no motivation. Me, I like this inner motivation and zeal to do it. What I do is I pick up a book and read it. And because I make it a point to read a book at least 10 pages, a day. So it's normal to pick a book and read, but especially when you want to read, when you want to write about something, I believe you should especially when you have no, as I said, no motivation or a writer's block and so on, meaning you feel like maybe you feel like you can't do it. I think I believe, as it works for me, it always works for me. If you pick up a book and open up a chapter or a page, or read some lines, and you should make sure, and not even necessarily, but especially, you should make it a point to choose the part of a book that you should choose a book that you have read already, and the part of the book that you are going to read should be related, or somehow related, at least it should be at least mildly related to the topic you want to write about. So I remember there was a time I wanted to write on an article on my Assassin Nigeria series, Assassin Nigeria 2019, which I have not concluded because of other commitments, but I will do that inshallah very soon. So and I think it was the political, yes, it was the political history part. I think it's the second one. But I was having this doubt, and I knew at that time, come on, I'm not supposed to be feeling like this about anything, because I know I can write it, but why was I feeling that way? But then I opened a book and I was reading it. Then I came across something. Then I picked and I was reading a book by Robert L. Hellbronner, The Worldly Philosophers, and I came across a quote, and I can't actually remember his name, which says that the British Empire is only meant for the bread or something, and I'm just paraphrasing. It's not the exact wording. And when I came across this statement, it motivated me, and it didn't motivate me through writing one article, two articles, and I believe I quoted that statement, I think, in the National Unity article, Assassin Nigeria National Unity or something like that. I quoted that statement. It motivated me through writing two two articles, because because when you read it, it's like I don't know of other people, but yeah. So I don't know of other people. Usually when I'm reading an article, I feel like, okay, I want to write something similar or something related to it. And when it's a book, I feel like I want to write a book myself. I know it's weird, but that's how it is. But that's how I think of it, and that's why it's usually easy for me to write an article. I'm not saying it's completely easy, but I find it easier. It's not as hard as it is when you just wake up and you need to, and something happened, and there's a need for an article for it, and maybe you don't even know anything about it. You have to make a little research. So sometimes I just open up my notebook, Microsoft Word, and then start writing. Everything is already in my head. Now, that's just the manifestation of the benefits of, that's just the benefit of writing, of reading books. Because when you read, the more you read, the more your mind expands, and the more you become sharper. This is just natural. One cannot compare himself to a person that reads books, because the person that reads books always comes across new ideas. Even if they are not new, he knows them. It sharpens his mind. He reads texts, his mind, or his mind is always in the process of understanding these ideas, and he's also explaining it to himself and counteracting some ideas with his own ideas, and he's building on his own ideas and so on. So when writing, it becomes easier too, and that's why, and this actually explains why it should help you, why it should help get around the writer's block, or lack of motivation and so on when writing an article. So that's just what I wanted to say. So assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.